I would like to tell you a tiny little Halloween story. It is true. All these are true. This one really happened. 10 years ago, I was up in a retreat, northern Wisconsin, with a men's group doing some dream work. Saturday morning, we get up to talk about the dream. I had some little tiny dream. I say to the guys at breakfast, I don't know, some little snippet. I'm sure it was nothing. And they all go to me, whoa. I was in the dream in front of a big group, like maybe 1,000 people, introducing the main speaker, who was a woman. And I said, ladies and gentlemen, introducing, and I forgot her name. You know how you break out in a cold sweat sometimes in a dream, or you have a visceral feeling? I had that visceral, and I said, what is your name? And I turned, and she said to me, plain as day, Jeannie Hayes. I said, ladies and gentlemen, Jeannie Hayes. They all clapped, and I woke up. That's it. That was the dream. So we did a little dream analysis. And I'm telling you, these guys did the best they could with the skills they had. I mean, they tried. They really gave a good try. And they basically said, well, you're in a haze, Tom. You're kind of in a haze. You're confused. I mean, I'm in the haze anyway. I thought that's not new. But maybe it's a genie in a bottle. Maybe it's I dream of a genie. I mean, I do appreciate the efforts, but it really went nowhere. I said, I just have to Google her name. I never got a name ever in the dream. I don't know if you did. I Google her up. You can't believe it. She was a real person who died 3 months earlier, November 8th, 2012. Same year as the Mayans said the world was going to end. Coincidence? I don't know. I look and I read. I learned all about her on the internet. She was a reporter working in Rockford, Illinois. Had grown up most of her years near the University of Notre Dame, where I studied in the seminary when I came from Italy. Just a beautiful person, loved by so many, died so young, 29 years old. Died of leukemia 2 days after her diagnosis. It took me a full year to get the courage to look up her parents. She is an uncommon person. And she and I had much in common. She was Roman Catholic. I am Roman Catholic. She lived in Milwaukee in college. I lived in Milwaukee in college for a short time. Yeah. She lived in Rockford. My father loved the Rockford Files. And she would catch a mouse and let it go free. And I would catch a mouse and kill it. So I looked up her parents. It took a long time. I finally emailed her mother. I thought that was the safest one. And I thought, well, they're probably going to, hunt me down and send the police after me. Instead, they invited me into their home. We went about 2 months later. I took my housekeeper. I took my foster boy, Giuseppe. We went to the home. And they told us many stories about Jeannie and how lovely she was. They had grieved her death in that year. They still were sad. We cried. We laughed. And in the end, her father stood up. I kid you not. He says to me, Jeannie wrote a book. I don't know if I get through this part. He said, Jeannie wrote a book. It's called Jeannie's Missing Shoes. But she didn't publish till after her death. And it was published and given the title Jeannie's Missing Shoes by the publishers. Jeannie's original title was Vito's Missing Shoes. Well, Tom or Vito, one of the two, I can't remember, but you can come up and look if you don't believe me. It was an unbelievable moment in my life. What does it mean? She found me sleeping in Wisconsin. How and why? Sometimes there are no explanations for these things. You can't make any sense of it. Like, why did Jesus forgive those who killed him? Why did Nelson Mandela come out of prison such a powerhouse? And why does peanut butter go so well with chocolate? It was a powerful moment. And you may have things happening to you, and you may have people visiting you, and things that happen that you cannot explain. I think it is the grace of God. It is the Spirit at work. It is magic. It is the mystery and the beauty of Halloween. And the dead coming back to visit, to shine their beauty. Jeannie was a beautiful, beautiful young flower, died so young. But the beauty remains, and I will remember her forever. Her presence is with me in my life, just like your loved ones still are with you. Yes. Thank you.